was a sweet goal. Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Speaking of sweet, Billy, just kidding, on set with us. And PJ, I'm kidding. I've been knocking you a lot today.
I can take it.
I'm kidding. Okay. PJ's like, what did I get myself into?
What am I? Wasn't a food reference, or was that a food?
It was kind of sweet.
Okay, you sweet. All right.
4-1 the final. This was
salty. There's popcorn over there.
It wasn't even popcorn. Because you know what? The Bruins put on a show tonight.
They did.
See what I did there?
Okay, so I'm going to set you guys up because we talked in pregame.
Yes.
We talked in pregame about them having jam, not having that lackluster after a road trip game. First period, it took them a while, but second and third, guys, what did you make of the rest of this one with this win?
Go ahead.
Well, we talked about it, and I don't know why it is that way because as a player, I never thought of it, but the first game back after a road trip, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just you get yourself into a funk, and the Bruins started off that first period kind of playing that way. Mm-hmm. And for about 17 minutes, we were like, oh, no, it's going to be one of those nights. Just that we had talked about, it shouldn't be. They're too good, but here we go. And then with a few minutes left to go in the first period, they go and get themselves a huge goal, which just kind of, you go to the locker room, and then it's like, okay, we got through it. Now let's play hockey. As you said, let's just reset everything.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was a goal that they shouldn't have got because they didn't deserve it from the hockey gods the way they played that first period. And then, boom, they're back in it.
You slog your way through. And yet your opponent coming off of a nice come-from-behind victory, one day off, not too long on the road, right? They come in here, a lot of young players, some players with ties to the Boston area, in particular their captain, Clayton Keller, right, wants to come in and they're excited. They did play well early on. They were scooting. Now, they weren't shown a lot of resistance from the Boston Bruins for a while. We showed how they got to the middle of the ice until near the end of the period when the Bruins started handling the puck. It was, I don't want to say easy for them, but they dictated pace. To their credit, but then to the credit of the Bruins, like Pete said, they turned it around. And really in the intermission, something was said, had to have been. It might have been simple. I don't think it was peel the paint off the wall type commentary there, but it was like, okay, you ready to get your heads out of your you-know-what?
Yeah.
Enough of
it.
You had the day off at home, tough travel, blah, 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 all that stuff. Get it out, get back out there, and they did just do that.
Well, PJ, you mentioned they didn't deserve that goal the way they played in the first period, but the power play, the passing on that power play was very nice. As you mentioned, David Pastrnak passing when he should be shooting, but when you've got Morgan Geekie, it's a good idea these days to pass.
He's so fun to watch. He was one of the last guys to get up the ice at morning skate this morning, and here's a play. He's going to throw it to the bumper right here, which is a tough pass on its own, down low, and he could have walked it. No, hits Pastrnak. We should shoot from there, but no. Finds one of the hottest goal scorers in the National Hockey League, and Geekie gets his 23rd right there. That just kind of gets him right back. It's 23rd. It just gets them right back in. They didn't really have much business being in it till then, and then boom.
Especially considering how horrid their first two entry attempts were.
The Bruins, sloppy. The whole thing was sloppy.
It was. The Bruins rank. I have them at 23rd in the NHL as far as zone entries go. But we had a long breakdown discussion about it the other night. Steve Spott does not want them to ever dump the puck. That's why sometimes you are going to have those misses. Steve Spott told me, he says, I want to be number 32 in the NHL as far as it goes for zone entries, meaning no dump-ins. So they're 31st right now. He's very happy about that, right? And because he wants them to carry it in. So it didn't work the first two times, and then it worked the third time. And because it worked like that, then they got the ball or the puck moving around. Yeah. They got the ball in play.
It was.
Yes.
We're up here watching after, and once it goes to Pastrnak, that's shoot the puck, the puck. And then he goes actually back across the seam, back through the box to Geekie, who's just can't miss. Well, he did miss. Didn't get the hat trick tonight. But
he got goal number 2, actually, where we're going to go next. So you mentioned that was his 23rd. 24th of the season, just 23 seconds into the second period. And PJ, you liked it from the opening phase?
Well, we talked about it. They needed, first period was over. Billy said something was said in the room. We don't know what it was, but they came out with a vengeance to start the second period. They win the opening faceoff. Utah ends up having to ice the puck. They get a faceoff in the Utah zone. They win it up, and here's Billy. You love to set. Watch Pastrnak go for a skate.
All the way around the world. He comes up top. Look, 2 white sweaters are pulled up towards him because it's Pastrnak. And because as a defender, you can speak this, you've committed to it, and you say, don't go, and you're like, oh no, I have to watch. He rides the wave up top, and now both guys are up there. That means there's an odd man deep down low there. Vanacek has the puck go off his skate. And Geeky's just like, I'm just going to stand here, Vitek. I'm just going to stand here and wait for this rebound. Puts it in.
And I love that this is when, you know how the Bruins kind of didn't have that. Go ahead.
So I got to read.
Yeah, jump in.
Thank you. Yep. Now time to take a look at the Subaru of New England star of the game as we take a look at Morgan Geeky, NHL goal leaders this season, just 2 behind Nathan McKinnon. He's consistently been up there. We just saw the Minnesota Wild and Kaprizov, who's excellent, right behind him with 21. Finish your thought about what you're saying.
Just when things aren't, you come out of the period, Bruins had a message in their way to play, a set play, and, Utah kind of gets lost running around in their zone because, they're chasing Pasternak, and if you guys go chasing him, one of the hottest goal scorers in the league, you leave all alone in front of the net. And Pasternak, they brought 3 forwards to him, or actually defense, whatever system they're playing, and then he just throws it back to the net, and Morgan Geeky's standing all alone. He's already scored one early, and that's his 24. So thank you very much, as he's one-on-one against the goalie.
And can we just make another comment or recognition that, some people are like, well, face-offs aren't that important.
Right.
Face-offs had a hand in both of those plays to start that second period. They start the play in the neutral zone with a typical Boston Bruins. Again, you had 2 guys looping and moving. They get the puck into the O-zone. They get the face-off. Then they win another face-off. They do a face-off play. So I've always said, I'm always a believer, every face-off matters. It's a puck possession game.
And, sorry, Soph, we're kind of going off script right now. But the start of the third period, again, we were thinking how important it is, okay, the second's over, but now how do you start? And you were saying how the Bruins normally come out with their third line or energy line, and the way that the Globetrotter line was playing right now, winning faceoffs and competing well. Coach started with them, and what did they do? They win the opening faceoff for the third period, and that led to some early momentum for Boston.
Okay, well, we are going to switch over and talk about the penalty kill. They allowed against Minnesota 2 power play goals out of 3, and then the first goal, the only goal for the Mammoth, though, was a power play goal where they let up on the PK just near the end, right?
Yeah, that was in the first period. We kind of gave them a little bit of life, but then there was 2 huge kills, and this is the one in the middle of the second period where almost, Billy showed this earlier, they gave them great sticks, gave them no shots. They gave them no opportunity. They finished the second period with 3 shots, Utah did. So it's kind of one of those power plays that kind of sucks the life out of you a little bit. You look up on the shot clock and you got no shots after that power play, no real chances. And that kind of set the tone for the second period. We thought that the Bruins got that life. They got their second goal. They just started playing better hockey. Utah ended up having 3 shots the entire period. Fast forward to the third period. It's the start of the third period. It's the tempo. If Utah scores, it's 2-2, and it's a whole new period. But Boston comes out, finds a way, or just does it right, all the right things. Their goalie from their defense kills off a PK early to start that third.
I didn't love the penalty call against the Bruins,
right.
But you got to take it. Okay, fine. But then I loved the little, I don't know if you saw the little pick that Zadorov started the PK with. And they only gave up 5 shots overall on the power play to the Utah Mammoth. And so they did such a wonderful job of that. I know they'd given up a few power play goals on the trip, 5 for 9, so 4 power play goals in the 3 games. But they're killing penalties at the right times. We showed the sticks, very important. I like the desperation. And the other thing, Peach, blocking shots. They're one of the leaders in the NHL in shot blocks. They've been top 3 or top 5 all year, basically. And again, this game they outblocked 23-10. Now, sometimes people say, "Well, that's not a great stat because the opponent's got the puck all the time."
Right. You can find a stat for a stat all the time.
All
right.
the time,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But in this regard, they aren't a shot volume team, and they will give up some chances. However, they are consistently good at solid blocks, not desperate blocks where they're diving, right? And they're making a lot of middle ice blocks, and so good for them. Tough way to play, though. It's a tough way to play. And we saw last game
blocking shots.
Well,
it takes so much.
Yeah.
To put yourself in front of a puck that's coming 90 miles an hour at you. And it's just, I couldn't get out of the way because I wasn't fast enough, and they hit me, and it hurts. But to do it consistently, and the guy, it takes that. That is what gets built into a winning team and a winning culture.
All right, guys. Well, Jeremy Swayman didn't face the most shots he's ever faced in his career, but he made 20 saves on 21 shots, some important ones. And you guys said he needed to be solid in his bounce-back game from the Wild.
Well, we had Razor in the booth tonight, so you know that anytime a puck went near a goalie, we were going to hear about how great the goaltending was. And he was brilliant tonight. The first one came out a little early. It was on the penalty kill. They got one, but the rest of the night, he showed those penalty kills where he kind of cut any life away from Utah that they had. And any other chances Utah did get was a breakaway, had some missed net, but didn't really give them much to shoot at. He found a way to kill the momentum and make those saves, Billy, we were talking about in the slot early in the game. He found a way to just kind of keep the Bruins in it, keep it close, and then let them take over in that second period.
Yeah, another game where his composure was out. That was the one where he just didn't feel it. Right. The puck squirted through. Nobody really knew where it was. But otherwise, this was a really good comeback start for Jeremy Swayman, who I have had no issue whatsoever with against Minnesota. There was nothing about his, you should have had one at all. But the 6th spot still doesn't look good. Doesn't feel good either, right? You got to get through it. He comes back, and you want to talk about looking good and feeling good? This is that type of performance. And so now...
Like us.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. And Top Gun over there on the right. We got Maverick with us.
We have Maverick. And,
Kept the jacket on.
Yeah.
Guys, look at this. NHL win leaders this season. 20 saves on 21 shots. Obviously, Jeremy Swayman tied at the top with a bunch of guys, but still tied at the top with 14.
I thought we were going to see Vejmelka. That's what I'd heard, by the way, tonight.
Right.
And then Vanacek ends up getting the start. Just given the way that Vejmelka played. But anyways, we didn't. So
we did not. That's okay. Jeremy Swayman got the win. Okay, guys, we saw a beautiful goal by Mikey Asimon. He spoke with Adam after the game.
Mikey, the first game back after a road trip is always tough. You guys got off to a bit of a slow start, but then some momentum as the first period ended, and then the second period really took over. What was the message going into the break?
Yeah, message was we got 5 home games, bit of a stand here at home, and we want to start off on the right foot. We had a good road trip, and we just wanted to carry over some of those things we did well on the road, and some of the things we didn't do so well in the first half of the Minnesota game. So I think we found that towards the end of the game here tonight.
16-0 now when leading after 2 periods. What's allowed you guys to shut the door?
That's kind of a sign of, a veteran team, and we were kind of, honestly, a bit of a young team, and especially new to each other to start the season. But, it's too early to say playoffs, but that's what a playoff team does, and we're starting to show that we can be one.
Out on the road for 3, good road trip. Now this was the first of 5 straight at home. How nice is it to be back on home ice, especially since you guys have played so well here this year? Yeah,
we're looking forward to it. 4 more now, and then we get a good break, a much welcome break after being really busy this first half. So we have the energy for it. We're looking forward to it. Starts with practice tomorrow.
A nice goal to finish it, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, guys, in case you're just joining us, it's a garden party here on Causeway Street and on NESN all week long. We're going to celebrate the 30th anniversary of this building, and we're going to be looking back on big moments and have special guests for you, including some Bruins legends.